Hi guys, this is Richard from the Stable Center, and today I'll be covering XRP. Full disclosure, I do own XRP, but nothing I say in this video is financial advice. Anyway, today we'll discuss Vivopower's $100 million XRP purchase, as well as updates on the XRP ETF, as well as rumors surrounding Meta, formerly known as Facebook, potentially being the next company to purchase XRP. All right, without further ado, let's get started. So today, Vivopower, a company on the NASDAQ exchange, just bought $100 million worth of XRP. So instead of parking all their money in depreciating US dollars, they have diversified by purchasing XRP as part of their treasury strategy. To make this happen, they teamed up with BitGo, which is a secure digital vault and crypto trading desk for institutions. BitGo is going to help them actually buy the XRP and keep it safe. So this is a real example now of institutional adoption, real-world usage, and confidence in the XRP ledger. And they're not just holding their XRP, they want to utilize XRP for DeFi in the future. So let's start the XRP analysis off with some risk and regression analysis. I know it looks and sounds complicated, but I'll make it easy to understand. So if you take a look at the right-hand side of your screen, you can see various risk levels. The colder colors, like blue and green, represent times of low risk, which are the best times to purchase XRP, and the warmer colors, like orange and red, represent times of high risk, which are the worst times to purchase XRP. For example, if we go back to April of 2021, when the price of XRP was at $1.84, we had a red risk level of 1, which was literally the worst time to buy XRP. We can also go back to January of 2018 when the price of XRP was at $3.38 and had an orange risk level of 0.85, which was once again the worst time to buy XRP. Fast forward to today, XRP is trading at $2.14 and has a blue risk level of 0.16, which means that buying XRP today is low risk, not financial advice. The simple idea behind risk analysis is to basically purchase XRP in times of low risk and take profits in times of high risk. Okay, so let's take things one step further by adding the regression lines. So regression is really just a fancy word used by mathematicians to say lines of best fits. The best times to purchase XRP is when XRP is trading near or under the green regression line, and the best times to sell XRP is when XRP is trading above the red regression line. If you follow my cursor, if the crypto sector tops out in November or December of 2025, we are potentially looking at a $27 XRP for this bull market cycle. All right, moving on to an XRP ETF update. So the odds of an XRP ETF approval have risen due to the World Economic Forum recognizing the XRP ledger as a key technology in the global push towards asset tokenization. The World Economic Forum has highlighted the XRP ledger's role in powering a $1 billion private equity and debt tokenized fund by Aurum Equity Partners, leveraging the XRP ledger as decentralized infrastructure to enhance liquidity and transparency in traditionally illiquid asset classes like real estate, collectibles, and artwork. Remember, the total market cap of real estate is over $360 trillion, and the market caps of collectibles and artwork combined is roughly around $1.7 trillion. This endorsement by the World Economic Forum positions XRP and its underlying technology as significant players in tokenization and the evolving landscape of decentralized finance. Okay, so moving over to TradingView, I believe XRP is trading in Wyckoff Reaccumulation. On the right-hand side of your screen is a screenshot of Acclaim Entertainment stock back in 1992. In Wyckoff Reaccumulation, there are 5 phases, phases A, B, C, D, and E. Right now, I believe XRP is trading in phase C of Wyckoff Reaccumulation. Typically speaking, we will see the most shakeout to the downside in phase B and phase C. These shakeouts tend to occur when price briefly breaks below the white Wyckoff support levels. In fact, these XRP shakeouts occurred earlier this year due to the Trump tariff war. In order for us to enter phase D of Wyckoff reaccumulation, I need to see a break above the red important pivot at $2.65 and a break above the white supply trend line. Regardless, if you take a look at the notes left behind in the Wyckoff schematic in 1992, which is the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, we can see that the best times to accumulate are after when the spring shakeout occurs. So if we actually move into the 4-hour time frame, we can see that XRP has potentially finished a 3-wave ABC correction, bottoming at the white 1-to-1 trend-based fib extension, as well as inside the blue Fibonacci retracement support area that spans between $1.79 and $2.19. So long as XRP doesn't have a sustained break below the blue support area, I am in favor of this correction being close to completion and XRP beginning its next parabolic move to the upside. Okay, so moving into the last piece of news for the day. In recent developments, Meta, formerly known as Facebook, has decided against adding Bitcoin to its corporate treasury. This decision came after a Bitcoin shareholder proposal advocating for Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation and low bond returns was recently rejected. The board emphasized Meta's existing treasury strategy, which focuses on capital preservation and liquidity, which are basically fancy words for Bitcoin is too much of a volatile asset class. Following this, speculation has arisen about Meta potentially considering XRP for its treasury. This speculation was fueled by a mid-May interview with Bradley Kimes, director of the XRP Las Vegas event, who discussed Meta's growing interest in stablecoins and cross-border payments, which obviously is where XRP has a very strong presence. However, it's important to note that this is purely speculative, with no official statements from Meta confirming such plans. Personally speaking, if the board at Meta believes that Bitcoin is too volatile of an asset, then they definitely won't be touching XRP anytime soon. The reason why investors like us buy altcoins like XRP is because of the volatility and the potential to make outsized gains compared to Bitcoin. That being said, other companies are actively incorporating XRP into their treasury strategies. For instance, Weebus International Limited, a Chinese corporation, announced plans to purchase approximately $300 million worth of XRP to build its crypto reserves. And obviously, we just discussed Vivopower, a NASDAQ-listed energy company, just purchased $100 million worth of XRP as part of its treasury strategy. All right, that's all I got for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.